Hello and welcome to week 33 of the West Marches. I'm very excited, and you may notice that we have some new people here in chat from previous sessions. How's everybody doing today?
I'm ready to kill is how I'm doing.
I'm ready to kill.
Awesome. So hi everybody. I'm
Hi.
super excited to see you.
Hi, Sensei.
How you been? It's been so long since I played with any of y'all.
I'm great, man. How are you? I just got back from the Cloverfield Lane movie.
Oh yeah?
Was it
Yeah.
Thumbs up
Eh.
or thumbs down?
Give
Give it the.
I don't know. I don't want to say much. I was really excited for it. Maybe I overhyped it, so I didn't enjoy it as much. Maybe that's what happened. But I don't know. It wasn't necessarily for me. And I was excited about it because of Cloverfield, because I liked Cloverfield quite a bit.
You were a fan of the first one, but this one didn't hit the same note.
Yeah, I didn't. No, I liked the direction they went at, but like it just didn't. I don't know. I can't say anything. So
That it wasn't gonna be called Cloverfield. It was just gonna be called like Number 10, and then they they didn't think it would sell, so they just threw Cloverfield on right at the end as a branding thing. And it wasn't really related, and they got
it's like
you're one of the people that went to see it because you loved Cloverfield. And
Yeah,
it isn't related at all.
Yeah,
it's like Super Mario 2.
Yeah.
It is very much like that. Yeah, it was. It doesn't. It could tie in, but it doesn't tie.
That's why they.
That's the thing,
it's
and
like it's
yeah.
open for interpretation.
I couldn't even watch Cloverfield though because I got motion sickness when watching it.
I hear that a lot. I actually like that style.
I loved it. Yeah.
I was in the bathroom for like 45 minutes, like trying not to throw up. It was really bad.
That's rough.
Yeah.
No, it was all right, but I'm doing good. How are you, Steven? How are you, my good friend?
I'm good, man. Like the most exciting things in my life have actually recently been past episodes of the West Marches, which were super awesome, and you will find out all about them. I never saw the original Cloverfield, and therefore the new one has held no interest for me. The last movie I saw was The Witch, which I think Adam and I can agree, super rad.
Good. So good. I want to see it again.
Wait, what was that? What was?
Oh, The Witch was an awesome like indie horror movie about like a 1600s family in New England, and it's like all of the speech, like the dialogue from the movie, was basically straight lifted from texts from that era. So it's all like really old style speech.
It made me.
I like Deadwood and stuff, so I don't mind kind of that.
It made me think of. It made me kind of think of like Warhammer Fantasy, but like minus all of the like really heavy fantasy stuff. It's like if there was a village in the West Marches where no PCs ever went, it would be like what happened to them.
Yep.
It was very cool. Yeah, that was
check
really
it out. When was that released? What was it this year, last year?
Well, it was one of those movies that came out in select theaters like a year ago and like did the festival circuit and then finally got like a studio that released it in some bigger theaters.
Okay.
But depending on where you live, it may or may not even be in the theater. It's like kind of limited thing. But I bet they'll run it in more because it's picking up steam.
It had a really weird rollout in Montreal, actually, because like I really wanted to see it ever since I saw the trailer. I was like, that looks like a great movie. And actually, for anybody in the audience who is a fan of our current show, my first impression upon exiting the theater was West Marches the movie. So
have you seen A Field in England yet, Stephen?
Mm-mm,
because okay, watch that because that's also
West
that.
Marches the movie. Excellent.
Yeah.
Field in England. But anyway, in Montreal it was like it had like one showing in the indie theater, one. And I was like, I really want to see it. And I checked for tickets, and by the time I found out about it, it was all sold out. So I was like, well, shit. And then I looked, and there was also one showing in like the big popular theater, but I couldn't go that evening. So I was like, well, damn. And then like there were like two more showings like the following Saturday, and then it just like opened up in the entire theater, and it was like all the time for everybody. And when I went like 2 weeks after it first released, it was still like a packed theater. So
yeah, if you like Satan, go see that movie.
What?
Well, then I'm in. Well, then here
in.
we go.
Yeah.
he's not even joking. If you like Satan,
I'm
go
for
see
real.
that movie.
Is this The Witch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Witch.
It's showing in like all the theaters near me right now.
Go.
Come on now, y'all.
What are you doing on this show? Get out of here.
I'll go on.
I just
Okay,
want to
tonight,
point out
see
this
Rich.
is the first time I've done a show
All
with
right,
people.
that's it. It's
and
booked in.
and we've all not had green screens. Like everybody has their background showing.
Oh yeah.
It's usually the other way. Like the majority of people have
This
green
is we're the other breed of streamers.
Yeah.
The lazy breed. No.
Yeah.
Look at all my stuff.
Yeah, like we've got like nerd shelves and stuff.
I've got Nicolas Cage pillows.
I have some
No
on
way.
my floor.
Oh, I have them too. I have the same 2 pillows
Wow.
on my bed.
Wow.
On my bed.
Nick, don't listen to them. They're evil, evil
God.
people.
He's got the same pillows as
What are
us.
the odds?
What are the odds that you have the same?
I've got
2
all
pillows?
3. Like I've got 3 of them. It's
jeez.
like a set. I've got the rainbow one. I've got the.
Well, I see
here we
you've
go.
prepared to lose your sanity already. Brilliant.
Yes, we're
Oh
getting
my
started.
God,
We're
why don't
getting
we have
weird
that
early
one?
on.
Which one?
Despite all my rage,
Hello,
I'm still
hold up that
just
one again. Dodger needs
Nicolas
to see it.
Cage.
This is the one we don't have.
Oh my
Oh my God, I need it.
Yeah,
I need it.
We gotta get him killed off early.
Cora redid my office for Christmas, and in typical Cora fashion, if you guys don't know, Cora's my fiance. She has to troll just a little bit. She can't just do something totally straight, 100% nice. So like, she has to throw in the covers of Nicolas Cage on the pillows just to give it that much of a little bit of a troll, But yeah, no, I actually saw the pictures that you guys posted. I think I posted a picture and was like twinsies for Strippin.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nicolas Cage pillows. So we're gonna have to find some NPCs and take their face off. Is that the next mission?
Put them on a pillow.
I mean, I already have a Manticore face, so if anybody needs a face transplant, we're good.
You could just put the Manticore face on them while you
Oh
take
my God,
theirs.
that's amazing.
Totally.
You need to find another Manticore and then like put their human face on the
I
Manticore.
need to find a chimera and swap them. So
Isn't
then
my
it's-
armor made of the manticore hide?
Yes.
So I have the hide,
Yeah.
you have the face.
Well, Juliet doesn't have a
Oh.
body, so she might need a face if and when she gets revived. So
This
let's
is like
keep
turning
that.
into a Full Metal Alchemist episode very quickly.
You know, that's what's so great about PCs. They use the whole animal.
Yep. Do you know what I'm watching these days, Ello?
What's that?
Brotherhood.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I watched
don't know.
all through season 4 like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago or something like that. But then I couldn't find season 5 because it's like not anywhere. So I just kind of stopped. But then I wanted to go back and watch it, so I just started from episode 1 again. And it's so lovely.
Yeah, I'm not like, I don't read the manga or anything like that, and I watched the first series, and then the second one, Brotherhood, came out, and that's supposed to be closer to the actual manga, right?
Yeah, that's what I
the
hear.
thing. But I liked the first series better. I know, but
You're
like as a person who was totally uninvolved with anything and just started watching the show, I kind of fell in love with that first story.
See, I was the same way, and I started watching the first one, and I watched like 3 episodes, and then everybody was like, "Don't watch that. Watch Brotherhood because it's based on the manga and it's better." So I just like went over and I switched over, and then there was like some really weird stuff where like episodes in the first series were just sort of alluded to in Brotherhood, and I was like, when did that happen? And I have this memory of this thing happening, and what I don't understand. Anyway, I ended up just loving it. But I had never, like yourself, I'd never read the manga or watched it.
Yeah, I like both versions. I like both versions quite a bit. I for some
I
reason
think you have to watch both, and then you get everything.
Yeah,
Right.
I like the first one because it seemed grittier for some reason. There seemed to be more grit to it.
It was a
There
little more fucked up.
Yeah, and
Is the word.
I love that. So
Yeah,
I'm a sick son of a bitch, and I like gritty shit. So
Me too.
Now I need to go and watch the first. Okay.
yeah,
you
it's
do.
pretty gritty.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Especially
Actually,
the things we were talking about just a moment ago in this series. Like I was like, oh man. Oh.
I mean, that is an option. Like we could always Frankenstein Juliet back to life, right? Like do we have her body, or is she just
No,
like
it got
goop?
dissolved by like.
Yeah,
man.
she got eaten by a gibbering mouther, so I think you'd have to go like collect bits and pieces of her.
It's
You
got
could Frankenstein a skeleton.
Did gibbering
gotta be
mouthers?
straight
Yeah, did
up,
gibbering
like-
mouthers still like? Do they poop? Do they have poop that we can find? And like,
I don't think that they do, but it was
Oh,
killed
man.
very shortly after, so she was probably fairly intact inside of the
see,
creature.
nobody thought about this. This is why you have to bring a doctor along, because they know these things. You want to bring somebody back to life, you need those
That's why
viscera.
we need Full Metal Alchemist.
I never go anywhere without my doctor.
Exactly.
Alright.
You need jars of their humors to bring them back to
Galahad
life.
never
You
goes
can't
anywhere
just-
without his doctor. He's very, he's got health insurance.
Nice.
We're the Hunter S. Thompson and Dr. Gonzo of the West Marches.
Yeah.
God, awesome.
My character cries a lot.
Steven, has anybody invented ether in this universe
so you
yet?
cry a lot because you're a girl?
No.
Oh.
I have a tragic past, okay?
You're one of those.
Story. It's various,
Oh,
all right?
okay.
So
You don't
insensitive.
understand me. Wow. Way to generalize me just as a woman.
You're the
I'm
one that.
deeper than that.
If you say so. Okay.
Wow, Darius.
Yeah, Darius, come on.
So hang on, I want to hear what Pocket's been up to and
God.
Strippin, and then we can get started with the show. So how's it been? I haven't seen you in a long time, Pocket.
It's been great, I guess. South by Southwest is going on in Austin. I'm not going to it. Or I am going next week, but it's chaos, so you can't go anywhere if you live here, which sucks. But, I mean, yeah, other than that, just been icy Dodger. Anyway,
That's for
I've
chat.
just been, like, playing games. I've been getting over getting sick, so I haven't really done much. I've been pretty boring the past couple months.
What's like the coolest thing you've played since the last time you were on the West Marches? What hooked you the most?
Oh, Fallout.
Yeah?
Yeah, that
You were
was
big into Fallout 4?
Oh yeah, I was heavily addicted. I can't listen to like older music, like oldies, without wanting to play Fallout again. It's pretty bad. So
Awesome. That's pretty great. Well, welcome back. We're glad to have you. I'm excited to see how Darius retains his MVP status in the West Marches.
he's gonna hide behind Grigori and Strippin or Gallahan.
That sounds
And
like a
not
good
get-
plan.
And try not to get hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Strippin, what have you been up to?
Not a lot.
You were-
since the last time we played, I got engaged.
Yes.
So that
Has it been that long, dude?
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wait,
no,
is
I've
that
been,
her
I've been,
behind
I'll
you?
be honest. I've been missing the D&D.
Since the
Quite a
last
bit.
time we played, Sam and Dodger's kids have all gone through college.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And Julia,
we're gonna
still
bring-
not revived.
We're going to bring them on the show next week.
Yeah. West March is the next generation.
Yeah.
Right. When Gallahan gets killed, we'll just bring on.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
So hang on, I've actually been totally watching some of your stream Strippin because Dark Soulmates is one of the best things I've ever seen. It's amazing, and I love it.
It was a lot of fun. We're gonna do it for 3 as well next month. So
Awesome. When is that out? Is that
it
officially?
comes out April 23rd.
Is it PC or is it PS exclusive?
Oh, it's PC, and it's also 60 frames in PC too.
I was
Really?
I was pretty into that part of your stream where you were insisting you weren't an idiot and then walked off a cliff.
Oh,
That
March
part was really
24th.
good.
March 24th or April 12th? No, April 23rd. April 12th. March 24th in
nice.
Japan. April 12th in England. Yeah, JP.
That's 1 month from today. In fact, April 12th is because
So
it's
it's-
March 12th. That's the way dates work. I'm super excited. I'm really curious to see how it is because like it looks like Miyazaki doesn't really consider Bloodborne a separate thing. It's really the same kind of gameplay, just like the evolution of it. And so it looks like he's really pushed Dark Souls in a Bloodborne-ish direction, and I'm really curious to see how it works out. I don't know if I'll like it. I love Bloodborne, but I don't know if I'm going to be into like bringing that quick style of gameplay into Dark Souls.
I like both. Like I like Bloodborne and I like Dark Souls, but nothing's like Dark Souls. I just like the atmosphere.
It's kind of a
totally
combination
personal
of
choice. It's a-
Bloodborne and Dark Souls 1 is what it is. So it's
Yes.
not full on Bloodborne. So it'll
yeah,
be
I
a bit.
didn't get into the atmosphere of Bloodborne, and I know a lot of people did. Some people absolutely loved it. I thought it was all right, but I would rather the more fantasy.
Well, that's
than
the gamble, right? Of doing a game that's so aesthetic is that you're doing a game that people who like it are really gonna like it, and
Yep.
other people are gonna be like, not so into the like weird cursed London thing. Give me
Yeah.
more of the swords and the rolling around.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
into both.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like I played Demon Souls and I got through like a third of it or whatever, and then I kind of like I got to a point where I had to go back and farm for herbs in order to be able to advance it also. I was like, man, fuck it. And then I played Dark Souls 1 and I just like I completely fell into that world. I was gone. Loved it. Crazy. And that was like the first serious deep experience that I ever had with a Souls game. And I think like Dark Souls 1 is probably going to be the peak for me for like
That's
the
what
rest
happens
of
to a
the
lot of
plays.
people.
Yeah.
Because you get the nostalgia aspect afterwards
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, because like I still have friends who are like, no, Demon Souls, that's the real game.
No.
But there's that thing where the first game that you played of the series, it's always going to have a special place because you weren't prepared. Like you didn't understand what you can. I'm going to jump into Dark Souls 3 and I'm going to pretty much understand what I'm getting into. You know, it's going to be a little different. But it's going to feel familiar. But with that when you first go into Dark Souls, like if that was the first one you played, like me, nothing's going to compare because that's the one where you're scratching your head. That's the one where everything's so unknown. You know. So
well, and the Souls games rely so heavily on like discovery and exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, Adam. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say it's a weird thing because I think that happens. You see it happen in role playing games a lot too, where people just get really attached to the first game they ever learned, and like even though they've played better games since, they're still like, no, this is the game I played when I was a kid. It's so good, and like, no, just let it go. Like try something different.
Let it go.
I've
never even played Dark Souls or Bloodborne. So.
Are you gonna play 3?
I don't know.
It would
I thought
probably
I would
be really
too
entertaining.
Ragey.
Okay.
I rage in like Stardew Valley. I mean, let alone if I played something like Bloodborne, I would probably like have a heart attack. Not even lying.
I raged in Stardew Valley. Okay, so don't even worry about it.
People would watch it.
Yes, yes, they would. If you were like Dark Souls 3 never played any other Souls game, people would flood and they would just be like, la 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 la.
Then you could go back. That's a whole. People love watching blind playthroughs of Dark Souls 1 and 2. There's a big audience for that even today, just right on Twitch. So
this guy right here.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
It seems so overwhelming though, because so many people like speedrun it now, and they're so good. And then being someone like I went back last year and played Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and I know it's like a completely different game, but you know how it has a big base of speedrunners already. And when I went through, half of it was blind for me because I didn't never beat it. And oh my gosh, some of the people, why is she so bad? She's supposed to be fast.
God, yes.
I played Dishonored. I played Dishonored for the first time recently, and same thing. Like people are like, "You're doing it wrong. You're gonna get the bad ending," and I was just like, "It's okay. I don't care." And then eventually they stopped caring. But there's definitely like a contingent of people who are like, "I love this game." They see somebody playing it, and they're like, "Ooh, what kind of play are you doing? What are you doing? What's happening? What's happening?" And you're like, "I don't know. I never play this."
And you are doing it all wrong.
I'm killing some people with a knife. I don't know. Look, now I can teleport. Woo!
You don't know this, but over there on the wall, there's a secret passage that'll lead you to a good sword. Just saying, I don't want to backseat. You know,
no spoilers. But,
yeah. No spoilers, but
I actually like that though. I like that as long as they don't story spoil, I'm fine. Well, if there's a story in a game, but if they're like, if I'm like stuck and I look at chat, I'm like, okay, guys, you got to give me a hint. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
When I started playing Hearthstone again, I literally sat down with chat and was like, all right, I need to beat this Tavern Brawl. Let's build a deck. Like, here are the cards I have. Okay, which one should go here? Which should go here? And then, like, I think if you can get people on board with, like, playing along instead of being like, I know more than you, but you have to listen to us because there's lots of us here, it can be really fun.
Yeah.
You should play Dark Souls 3 and just be like, I don't know anything about these games. I'm going to try it and see what happens.
Yeah,
and hopefully people will be on your team.
I was actually considering briefly, like not seriously, but just sort of fantasizing about playing through Final Fantasy VII on stream.
Do it.
And like when Final Fantasy VII came out, I fucking love Final Fantasy VII. I don't know why. It's got that special spot for me. But like when it came out,
my first video game.
Basically, like yeah,
God, you're all such babies.
I never finished 7.
I mean, outside of like Game Boys and shit, it was my first.
I first played 8. I played 8 first, and I loved 8 so much, and then I went back to play 7. And I was like,
it's the first one, but I was thinking about like streaming it and how different like the community surrounding games is now from, 20 years ago when it first came out or whatever. And like when it came out, like I had a strategy guide that could like maybe help me figure out where Ruby Weapon was, but like now I can go into the game and like start up and within 5 minutes someone's going to be like, "Oh, are you going to do the Knights of the Round strat for killing Ruby Weapon?" And I'll be like,
"Yeah, are you going to duplicate the materia 3 times using Mimic?"
Yeah, exactly.
I'm only gonna say this. I'm only gonna say this because Wheat isn't here, and because I think we have the audience that'll appreciate my scorn. But Final Fantasy VIII is the 2nd edition AD&D of Final Fantasies. It's terrible, and
Final
so many
Fantasy
people.
VIII?
Yes, and so
I
many people,
like
it's their
it.
first game or whatever. It's an
7
early
was
one,
mine.
so it's exactly the same thing. And
I'm literally,
seven's not that
I'm
good.
in
Seven's
your camp.
Pathfinder.
I'm in your camp
You take it
enjoying
back.
a pancake.
Refuse.
Yes.
You take it
Refuse.
back.
Eight's
You
really
take it
bad.
back right
Eight's
now.
one of the
That's like
worst.
your opinion, man.
7 and
That's
8
like your
were so
opinion, all right?
You know what?
Six,
Yeah,
six,
that's
Oh my
six and
God.
seven
opinion.
are the best two, but 8 is not good.
I
Not good.
like the story for 8 a lot.
I enjoyed the story for 8 also. I thought it changed big bad guys a little too many times. But because the entire game is a game that takes place after the main character has died, it's all okay. So
Teen angst me loves Squall, okay? Like, teenage me was, like, writing in my journal about Squall, all right? Like, shit was like, they did not understand me, all right? And
Yep.
Squall did. Oh, yeah.
that's what 8 was playing
The
on.
best bit
Dude,
about 8,
son of a bitch, I love him. I love him.
The only good thing about 8 was the card game. That was
Yeah, yeah.
The card game was good, though.
the card game was
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
I like the whole game. I like
If I played
7
it now-
better for gameplay, but I like 8 better for story.
I liked 7 and 8. When I played 9, I was like, what is this dude with a monkey tail? I'm out. And that was
I couldn't
kind of
play
it for me.
Yeah,
10
yeah.
was
When it
good. I
started-
like 10.
I like how
Fine.
everybody's like, you're skipping all the good ones, and we're just starting as if 7 was the first Final Fantasy. Like,
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
played any of the
4,
others.
4
I
and
was a
6 are both
kid.
so good. See, that's what I'm
I
saying.
played-
That's why I was saying you're all babies, because I was
I-
like a teenager when those came out.
I played
so hip.
US. I played US Final Fantasy 1, and that was a good game. I
Yeah,
liked
those
that.
games are brutal though. Those early ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never played 6, and I know that makes me a bad gamer and probably a bad game
I didn't
designer.
play 6 either.
6,
Let's
a
be
blind
honest,
playthrough
there's
of
only
6
like 1 or
is
2
fucking
good
great.
Final Fantasy games. Let's just be freaking honest about it, all right?
Yeah,
You
I'm
have to play
sorry.
6. 6 is considered the best.
It is
by a lot
It
of
is.
people.
Even people who love 7 are like, well, but 6 is really.
I'm
it's
one of
the
those,
best.
yeah. Also, I played a lot of Phantasy Star. I went from Final Fantasy to Phantasy Star Online. Played a lot of that.
This is like very pinky out right now. You guys
I
are all,
went-
you know.
I went to
Oh
Ultima
yes, I love
Online.
7, but 6, just a lot.
6 is a much fun.
It captured the essence.
Yes.
He's such like he's a video game snob. So
Yeah.
interesting.
Let me get my monocle.
Well, of course you've never played video games if you haven't played number 6. You know that
God.
kind of.
There is JP. I hope you're listening right now, because there's definitely a talk show idea in there where people do like series reviews of like vintage video
Like
games.
this?
Yes, exactly. With the pinky.
You'd have to
Oh my
review a
God.
year, not
Yeah.
a game. You'd
Oh, a
have to be-
year.
Let's discuss the year 1994.
Yeah.
In 1994.
You could probably do some really cool shit with that, because like you'd be like, did you know that Planescape and this other game and that all came out in the same year? Like,
It's like how every good movie from the 80s came out in like the summer of 82 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the year Blade Runner came out, there was like 7 or 8 like huge movies that summer.
yes, exactly.
A good year, good vintage for sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yes, of course,
Right.
Reginald.
I want this show. Okay, good. Speaking of shows that I want, how about some West Marches?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So it's been a little while. The first thing that I want to like just get out of the way is looking over the rules and then doing downtime, because all of you guys have been out for a while and you've had some time around the town. So yeah, there's some long form rules. So the inspiration scene thing is now an official, fully supported rule of the West Marches. When you camp for the night, any one player can form a scene about their character that just sort of expands the knowledge of the other players and of our audience about your character, and that gains inspiration for you. Any other player can ask you questions about your character, and this is all sort of like meta game talk. It's not literally in character, but anybody who asks a question, you can give one person who asked a question inspiration at the end of that scene. So those are nice. And then there's 2 new rules that I'm trying out. The first is the major quest, which I think you all know, because I think we already know what you're going to do. So the idea is that when your character knows of something in the West Marches that few other people know of, and it inflames your passions, write yourself a major quest and tell me. And you can do that at any point. Whenever you encounter something or you think of something or whatever, you can just write it down, tell me, and just like hold it for yourself. If your party is not currently pursuing a major quest, you can reveal yours. Tell everybody why you care about it, and then ask your allies for aid. If they agree to help you, everyone immediately gains experience. If your group completes the major quest of anyone in the group, everyone immediately gains experience. So, and then people, each character can choose an adventuring motivation for themselves. That sort of answers the big question, why are you adventuring? So you have to choose a motivation or tell the GM your own. And at the end of each session, if you put yourself at unique personal risk in support of your motivation, tell the group. If everybody agrees, you gain XP. So take a look at these motivations down over here. Personal glory, protecting the weak, accruing riches, uncovering secrets, establishing order, internalizing the wilds, repaying a debt, redeeming a failure. Choose one or write one of your own. And then...
Are you going to be protecting the weak because we have a level 1? We're all going
Well,
to do that.
Whoa.
So are these on a per session basis or?
No, at least I didn't mean for them to be, but maybe they should be. I think we'll probably play with them for a little while and figure out. And when it makes sense for like your character's adventuring motivation to change, I'm not going to be like, no, sorry, you protect the weak, so you can't change. I think it's probably longer than per session, but shorter than forever.
But there's no such module of time. Is it? Well, I mean, do you want to do arcs like because we're kind of doing that mode now, right? Where we play like several sessions in an arc.
Sure.
So we could do a motivation per arc.
Let's say like for the next 4 sessions, you'll have this current adventuring motivation, and then you can change it or not. Up to you.
Right. Okay.
What about just what if you have no motivation right now? Like your character literally is
Emo?
not emo, but stuck or in a rut.
Find a purpose.
Is in a new and
Yeah,
Is that okay? That's your off on finding purpose.
Finding purpose. Yep. And then to gain XP for it, you have to put yourself at unique personal risk in the pursuit of finding purpose. But yeah, absolutely. So write that down on your character sheet somewhere, Ello. I'm not too terribly likely to remember it. So let's see. Tilly, I'll write this down here. Tilly. So finding purpose. And you can all either say it out loud or just message me if you want to try and sort of keep it secret.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Darius is just accruing riches.
Accruing riches?
Yeah. He doesn't
Darius
really have personal glory. He's just like, just give me money, I guess.
That's a good one.
Can my motivation be to crush my enemies, see them driven before me, and hear the lamentations of their women?
What the heck?
Thank you.
You say what the heck, but it's
glory?
incredibly fitting of Gregory.
I feel like that's personal glory.
Yeah,
I always like the guy before that.
It's not about me. It's not about glorifying Grigori. It's about crushing everybody else. It's about it's the inverse of protecting the weak. I'm protecting them from having to be alive anymore.
Yeah. So it's some sort of like oppressing.
Well, it's just it's just about proving that I'm better than people who are weak.
Yeah. Do you want to be like prove your strength is your motivation?
I think it's proving their weakness. It's not about Grigori, because Grigori doesn't need to be like worshipped as king of the West Marches. He just wants weak people to get smushed. Like stupid alchemists and
scared.
ugly dwarves.
Welcome to West Marches, Tilly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write down assert your strength, but I know it's something around there.
Yeah.
I always love the guy who answers first in that scene with Arnold,
Yeah,
he's like, oh, and like a falcon at your arm or something. The guy's like, no. Yeah, the guy's like, no, wrong. Like there's only one answer.
That is not what is best in life. And Gallahan. And I know yours, Gallahan.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a secret. Huh. Oh, we have secrets.
Secret.
We're telling secrets.
Okay, great. And then let's go over to downtime activities, and let's bang those out, and then we'll do the scene setting for how the session starts. So downtime activities, you've got some hard work, which you can spend, and I feel like that should be ×4 now. ×4. Great. And then you've got fitness training, you've got study, and both of those give you like dice you can use to help give yourself a little boost to challenges that you're tackling. And you gain those dice every session. So it's not just you have the dice and then when you spend it, it's gone. You get them back every session. The Alchemist, of course, remains. The Monument of Heroes, for 40 gold, you may level up to a maximum of level 3. The Blacksmith, which Langus and Spec Person III paid to establish at level 1. For 40 gold pieces, you can reforge a weapon from its current type into any other type within the same category. So like martial weapon to martial weapon, or martial melee to martial melee, martial range to martial range, simple melee, simple range, simple range. Or you can build Veriscali up and improve things with your downtime activity. So Gallahan, I think you might be pretty easy to start with.
Yeah, chat. I think chat could probably tell you what I want more than I can because they won't shut up about it.
Yeah, of course.
But Gallahan would like to reforge his lance.
Let's see. I'm gonna. Okay. The blacksmith's name is Helena.
Okay.
So, Veriscali blacksmith.
Sup, boo?
Is she a dwarf with a Scottish accent?
No.
Lena! Fantasy. Come on, that's how it works.
Actually, Adam, she talks quite like this
Get-
every single
get
time.
No.
Hello, Strippin. It's quite
I
nice
kill
to
her.
see you.
I murder her. Everyone with a bad accent gets killed. That's it.
That's the defining. Actually, your motivation is murder bad accents.
This
It's
guy
not
sounds
culling
like
the weak,
Lucas.
it's culling accents.
Yeah, exactly. Mid-Atlantic English for everyone. Helena. Okay. Yeah. So as a result of the investment that Langus and Spec Person III made in her smithy, she's really built up her forge, and now it's this massive thing of like stone blocks that have been carved and carted here from some quarry. She's hired on a few apprentices now. Like you knew her from before. She was always around town, selling horseshoes or whatever. But since the upgrade to her forge and since a little bit of time spent training, she's really begun cranking out the output of really pretty fine quality weapons and armor. And so now she's just straight up selling, plate mail and fancy looking shields and really finely honed, broadswords, things like that. So when you come in her door, Gallahan, she's not terribly surprised to see you. But I mean, is this maybe the first time you've ever brought the lance into her smithy?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, she greets you and says, "Ah, Gallahan, how goes your day?"
A little better now that I've seen you.
She sort of squints at you and says, "I don't catch your meaning. What is it you want?"
I slam down the lance on the table, and it's swaddled in cloth. And I say, "Do you think that can handle this?" And I point at the forge and then point at the lance.
This whole scene is just way too sexual for me. This is some rated R shit.
She looks down at it and says, "Ah, that's a mighty large lance for my small forge. But
What? You're lucky Darius isn't here to just be like, what are we talking about again right now?
yeah,
I'm confused.
Did I pick up on innuendo there? Was that?
no.
Oh, okay.
She hefts the large girthy lance, and she
Oh my God,
sort of
really?
looks at it.
Really? Girthy
What?
lance?
It's a huge
Really?
tooth. It's like a foot around at the base.
Gallahan,
How else would you describe it?
He's like, it's a big one, I know.
Yeah. She nods and she says, "What did you have in mind? You wanted sharpened, silver-plated."
I want it reforged into something.
Well, yes, of course. I can handle this for you, though I think actually I would not put this in the forge, as it appears to be made of bone, not metal. But I can probably chip off and carve pieces from it into a different shape for you. Did you know what you wanted?
What can I have, Steven?
Yeah, let's see. So this is a martial melee weapon. So you can go to
How can her,
She's gonna mold my bone.
how can her tender ministrations improve your bone?
Yeah, she could go to a battle axe,
Crazy.
flail, a glaive,
Listen,
a great sword.
Don't kink
a
shame. Some
halberd.
people just want to have their bone hit with a hammer a couple of times. It's fine.
What's your paladin hood like?
My paladin hood.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Your
hood?
your paladinship, your paladin hood.
Like
You've got
words.
special paladin stuff.
Oh, I'm a paladin of vengeance.
Yes, and you have something special about the weapons you prefer to use.
I do. I have great weapon proficiency.
So when you roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die for an attack you make with a melee weapon that you are wielding with 2 hands, you can reroll, and the weapon must have the two-handed or versatile property. Okay, so you want something like a glaive, which is like it's a polearm type weapon, 1d10 damage. It's a reach weapon, so that would let you hit things that are farther away.
Can't you also like get to attack twice with the glaive, right? You get to hit with the back of the weapon too.
Let me see what I can.
Oh no, that might be just proficiency in it.
C D E F G H I J K. I don't see anything specific. It's not listed under the special weapons.
It was I think it was a feat I was reading.
Okay, got it. There's a great sword, which is 2d6 damage. It's also heavy and two-handed, but it's not ranged, or it's not reach. There's the halberd, also reach, 1d10 slashing instead of the glaive, which is glaive is slashing as well. There's a maul, which is 2d6. Yeah, those are kind of the options. You could get a pike, which is also 1d10, piercing instead of slashing.
I think you want a great sword, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
we're just gonna go with a greatsword.
Cool. Yeah, so I think we see like a montage of Helena working in her shop, and she takes out chisels, and she first tries to start chiseling away at this bone, but the iron chisel that she slams against it just immediately bends and shatters. And so she spends probably a week forging some steel chisel with, tipping that's made out of some special alloy. Finally, she has that ready, and then she drives it into the bone, and the bone just immediately splinters along the entire length. And then, over the next couple of hours, we see her working and working up a sweat, and she has like her assistant sort of bringing her objects and carting away pieces of bone. One of them ends up accidentally dropping it at the edge of the forge, and it falls in, and the forge burns with black flame for a moment as it burns up the bone.
Can I have those scraps? Can we do something with those, please? Because they're not going.
The embers.
I assume we need the little pieces, because we need that shit.
He wants the remainder of your bone.
Yeah, I just need the leftovers.
Yeah. Can I also buy plate armor while I'm here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so at the end of a week, she returns to you the remainder of the Lance of Grief, and it is now the Great Sword of Grief. It retains all of the same properties. It's still a +1 weapon. It still has that word inscribed on, or maybe she actually inscribed the word on the body of it for you. Now it has Ophidian written along the blade. It will still return hit points to you on speaking the command word. And let's see, let me tell you about its properties. So a great sword is a 2d6 slashing damage weapon. It is heavy and it's two-handed. So, being heavy, it means that small creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls using this. And that's it. So, of course, because you can re-roll 1s and 2s, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have a lot of those rolls for your 2d6. So you'll have to start really paying attention when you roll your attacks with these to see if you need to re-roll.
Okay.
Great. And you wanted...
add this in somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to look into how to sort of get it added in. And you wanted plate mail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 1,500 gold. And again, it takes her another few weeks to put together these, but she measures you up and begins hammering out pieces of steel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So let's see. That requires a strength of 15, which I think you have.
Yeah.
Great. You get disadvantage on stealth. It's got a base armor class of 18 points, so that should give you a lot of protection. Nice. What does it look like?
The armor or the weapon?
Either, both. What do you look like at the end of this 3-week period of working with Helena on your new equipment?
Well, the front of the breastplate has a dragon insignia on it, carved in.
Nice.
I've got the big dire wolf draped over the shoulder that wraps around. The great sword, or I've aptly named it the grief sword.
Nice.
Is got a black and gold hilt, and then the blade of bone and that's kind of strapped to my back.
Yeah.
Girth sword. It's the girth sword. Let's be
The
real.
girth sword.
The girth sword.
The girth sword.
Nice. I think it can
Forged
be
in the
both.
very.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like some monsters, you need to use a sword that's long and thin. Some prefer a wider, thicker blade. You know,
West March is after dark.
Yeah.
It's all about how you wield it.
people
You
think
know?
that reach is really important, but honestly, it's those bigger damage
Oh.
numbers.
You really gotta thrust home. You know, you
Yeah.
gotta really. Yeah.
Really just gotta
That's-
shove it in there, you know?
Just wiggle it around. Yeah.
This
Would you
is-
call it
we're
more of a
talking about
bludgeoning
penises,
weapon?
right? I'm not
think,
behind
yeah.
right now.
Good.
Yeah. That's
All right.
about penises.
So that's it. Awesome. Gallahan has some new equipment. Now, how about the rest of you? How would you like to spend your time? Tilly, do you have 40 gold?
I do not. I have
Does anybody
0
want to
gold.
give Tilly 40 gold?
Is Tilly hot?
Tilly
Perfect
looks
example.
young, so she's.
Darius is down. Okay.
Oh, okay. Kawaii, you know, whatever.
Darius, I kind of pervert.
He's got those limpid, weepy eyes. Just so attractive.
He's better when they cry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's taking a dark turn. I don't know if I want Tilly involved in this. No, I don't have any gold on me, but I wanted to spend the week trying to find work, and what I am hoping to have found is to kill rats for local tavern keepers, just to try to keep
The
rat
trick,
population down.
the trick with that is if you do that, you won't get to use, like if Darius wants to sugar daddy you into level 2, you have to use your downtime for that instead of doing hard work.
Oh, is that what's? Am I being sugar daddied then?
Yeah.
Are you
Well,
13?
No, I believe my character.
It's halfling. Who can tell?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is that like I think I'm somewhere around like 16, but
Darius,
But
this
I'm
is
a
why we
half-elf,
always
or
ask
halfling,
to see
so.
identification
Is
first.
that legal in West Marches? I don't know. Darius is
what's the
pretty
age
young
of consent
himself.
for halflings?
Consent for halflings. There's no just for their race, because things.
So you're just going around like killing rats and all that, right? And doing like weird odd jobs. I bet Darius would run into you and just be like, "That's gross. That sucks, man." Maybe take pity on you.
Well,
So.
Tilly would definitely take any help that she could get in her current situation. So, I think it'd be very appealing to have somebody who is willing to spend a little bit of coin on her. However, she would be extremely timid towards you, and she would wonder why. So she's willing to accept your money, but she doesn't necessarily trust you.
Well, I don't know if you should trust an older guy coming on to a young girl who's killing rats.
Well,
Right.
yeah, that is definitely an odd circumstance to build a friendship on. But yeah,
I think he'd more so take pity on you because he ran away when he was really young, and so I'd frame it in the mindset that like one day he's just like out having a smoke, even though he doesn't smoke, but he's at a party and he's been drinking and stuff and entertaining, and he sees you, and then like he maybe strikes up a conversation and takes pity and throws some money your way.
My character has a similar backstory. She's on her own and she ran away, so maybe you recognize something in her.
Yeah.
And take pity. All right. Yeah, sure. I'll do it.
So I'll give 40.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love it. I think we might have got this worked out, Gallahan. I'm not entirely sure.
It looks good to me.
Yeah, I think it's doing the right things. So that would be 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 2.
Darius is such a nice guy.
Yeah, this is very strange. Okay, well you're definitely rolling within the right range there. Yeah. Because you're getting extra dice whenever you roll like a 1 or a 2.
Oh yeah.
Should it be? Yeah. Okay, cool. Sorry, we're doing some roll 20 magic in order to get Gallahan's sword integrated. All right, so Tilly, after your encounter with the very debonair and very generous Darius, you're spending some time basically sort of like praying or giving obeisance to the Monument of Heroes.
Well, hold on. Let me throw this in there because I did see Zeke's character do this at one point.
Yeah.
So I have a curiosity towards it. And though I know I need to keep my gold on me, you know, because I'm probably going to need it. I'm too curious not to see what happens if I approach, you know, so.
Yeah. So what happens when you go up to this? How do you approach it?
I kind of walk up and I'm not sure what's expected of me. I don't know if I should get down and pray or if I should do what I saw Zeke's character do, which is, I think, just swing around a sword and stuff.
Yeah, he went into some sort of like battle rage or some sort of, you know, attacking trance, yeah?
I walk up and I'm just kind of curious, and I walk up very slowly, very meekly, and I look towards the statue, and as I'm staring at the statue, the background kind of begins to fade, and there's a darkness. There's a very, very thick darkness. And it covers everything around me, and in front of me, the statue of the heroes, they start to cry, they start to weep, even start making moaning sounds, weeping sounds, and at that point, I start to get a little scared, and all of a sudden, they just all look at me all at once.
Whoa!
And everything is back, just as it was.
Cool. And that's it.
Oh wait, do you recognize Darius on the statue?
Yeah. Oh yes, I do. And but the faces change as well. You know, their expressions, everything, and it's almost like I noticed you on the statue walking up, but as things started to change, you became unfamiliar.
Nice. Darius, do you just like sit near the statues, and are you just like, hey, come worship at my statue? Here's 40 gold.
No, I gave it to him because I felt sorry, because I once was in the same like position in life where I was on my own and you know, doing odd jobs to get by, and I was a guy, so it sucked.
I used to be a shitty level 1 character too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, my character's definitely curious as to why you're on there, so we'll keep that in mind for sure.
Very nice. All right, so let's look up how you level up here, Tilly. You're a rogue, yeah?
Yes, correct.
Cool. LMNOPQR. I need to like strip the binding of my player's handbook and get it completely rebound. Let's see, rogue. So at level 2, your sneak attack is still 1d6. You gain cunning action. With starting at 2nd level, your quick thinking and agility allow you to move and act quickly. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This action can only be used to take the dash, disengage, or hide action.
Yeah, you get your ninja vanish stuff.
Yep. Dash, disengage, and hide?
Yes. So as a bonus action, you can dash, you can disengage, or you can hide. So disengage lets you get away from enemies without them taking an attack of opportunity. Dash lets you move your movement speed again, and hide, of course, is just hiding.
And I can do that every
turn.
Round.
Yep.
Every turn. Wow.
You get 1 bonus action per turn, so you can't do that and then also do some other bonus action if you had something else. But I think right now you kind of don't. So like this is it.
Yeah, basically you want to use it to set up sneak attacks.
Yeah. Very cool. Okay, so we've got 2 others with us who are having downtime. That's Grigori and Darius. What are you doing?
What about HP? How are we doing?
Oh yeah. HP? Oh, so HP. Let's see. So you can either roll it and try to beat the average, or you can get 5 plus your Constitution modifier.
Let's roll.
Okay.
Let's roll the dice, man. That's what we're here for. All right, so it's going to be a 1d8, 10? What plus con?
Hold, please. I think it's 8.
I think it is
8.
Too.
1d8.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh, my bad. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I rolled it right. All right. Well,
yep.
I was trying to set it up to roll, and when I clicked on it, it rolled. So I was like, wait, no, but it's the right roll. So
you gain that plus your Constitution bonus.
Rip, Tilly.
3 HP. I'm just getting it out now, man.
It's it's okay. It's better than nothing. Though let's think. Hang on. If you die this session And we play for 3 more sessions, but then by the end of the 3rd session, you could be level 3 because you could just go back to town and like
Can we just
worship at the
can I
altar.
use my downtime to kill Tilly and have Ella roll up a new character?
Yeah, there you go.
I got 40 gold for days. We could just keep doing this till you get max hit points.
Yeah.
Could you just,
Tilly,
give my gold
Billy,
back?
Willie.
Yeah.
me
Now I
my
have
gold
the
back
same
first.
tragic backstory. This time it went gray instead of
My
black.
character's exactly the same. It's Tilly's brother, Willie.
No,
Oh,
man,
wait.
we play it as this role, my friends.
Beautiful. Okay, Darius, how about yourself? What are you doing for your downtime?
So, am I allowed to do hard work and like study?
No, only one.
Okay. Well, then he obviously did hard work
Okay.
studying.
So let's see. That's your level times D8 times 4. So go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
You're level 3, so yeah, 3D8 times 4.
Did I do that right?
Oh, what just
I don't-
happened? That's definitely not right for whatever.
How do
reason.
I do that?
I don't know. I have a roll 3D8 asterisk 4, maybe? Yes, roll 3D8 asterisk 4.
Okay. There we
Okay, so yeah, you gain 36 gold.
go. Okay.
What do you do when you're working?
The same thing he always does. Entertain
Nice.
at night mostly, and then why are you making that face? He's a male entertainer, and maybe it's not going as well as it used to. At least he's not as into it because he wants to get back on adventures. Ever since he started killing and all of that with these guys, with some of these guys, he doesn't have as much fun hanging out and being social. But yeah, so I got some of my gold back.
Yeah, very nice. Cool. And Grigori, how about yourself?
What do the upgrades do? Because I'm the only one probably that has enough money to throw 1,800 gold at something.
Oh, let's see. You mean like what does it do when
What's
you
the
upgrade
point
to
of getting
study and
level
things?
2 for the blacksmith and all that shit?
Oh yeah, well the blacksmith at level 2 will start being able to create or to like add magical type enhancements onto things. They won't
Can
be able
they-
to create +1 things, but they will be able to create like fire damage instead of slashing damage. That kind
And
of thing.
they can enhance existing magical items, right? Like I could take my hammer and throw like fire or ice or whatever on it.
Possibly.
Am I asking you about a thing you don't have rules for yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there is probably some sort of maximum limit that they would be able to enhance a weapon on.
Oh,
And
yeah,
since
I don't
since your hammer already has like the warning thing, I wonder if she would be able to add like maybe 1 more thing, but probably not 2 more on top of it. That kind of thing.
Yeah. So thinking of an item with like empty like gem slots essentially, and if you get a magic item, it's already got warning, so I maybe only have 1 like cosmetic enhancement. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the monument just brings the level up, right?
Yes. So the next level of the monument, how much does that cost down here? 1,800?
1,800, yeah.
Yeah, I think that pushes the level up to 5 or something like that. But I think you also have to be level 5 before you can do it. I actually have.
Before we can buy the next level of it.
Right, because like in order to upgrade the monument, you're kind of investing your own experience into it,
Yeah.
and you're not quite there yet.
Okay. What about Elith? She can just make more potions.
Yes, and more different potions. So let's see. At level 2, probably she's going to start offering potions of superior healing, I think is the next one, or is it greater? And then also like magic item potions from the DMG.
Oh, damn, that's pretty good. But I don't know, man. Giving money to Kellen's girlfriend.
Well, question is she still Kellen's girlfriend?
I mean,
Am I right,
yeah.
chat?
I haven't been around. Maybe I can ask her about that. That one's tempting because her rates are pretty cheap, and like a free potion of greater healing for anybody later would be pretty fucking good.
I don't think she's going to give it for free at the next level. Probably
But
like
still,
level
like,
5 she
Stella.
does.
Yeah, cheap as dirt though. Like these are
Yes.
good. These are good prices for potions.
Yeah.
You need only her finest potions.
And
You can't handle
Fitness-
her finest potions.
fitness and study, like an extra D4 once is sort of, or even twice is sort of like whatever.
The next level on each of those, or the level 2 on each of those, upgrades it to D6.
Okay. I think that I will pay Ella Salt to level up to 2.
Nice.
Because More potions means more living characters.
Very cool. Yeah, there's some good stuff in here. So I think now she's starting to be able to sell uncommon potions. And so that means the potion of fire breath, potion of animal friendship, potion of growth.
I presume all of this happens simultaneously so that we don't like I can say like I want to do this first so that instead like Darius could buy a good potion.
Yeah, it's all simultaneous.
Okay.
It's like by the time you're all ready to start adventuring, all
these
of these
things are
done.
finished.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's 1800. Is there? We don't have like a bank of Virascali, do we? There's nowhere I can like leave my money while I'm adventuring.
No.
You can trust me.
You're coming with me. That's not helpful.
But I'll hold it anyway.
So
Yeah,
let's
no.
see.
It's just in case I died, I wanted to be able to leave it to somebody. That's fine.
Sells uncommon potions.
Oh yeah.
All right, excellent. Gallahan,
Yes.
did you come up with the idea of going on this adventure like with Grigori, or like who did you approach first about
It would have been
getting
Gregory. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we see that scene, just the two of you talking and figuring out, hey, this is what we want to do?
Yeah.
Because I'm not certain that the chat fully knows what's going to be going on today, but let's take a look.
We're in the tavern. We're having some brewskis. And yeah. And I produce this swaddled egg and I lay it on the table.
It's probably the size of like 2 basketballs stuck together.
Yeah, it's covered in blankets, so people don't really know what's under these blankets. And I kind of slap him on the back, and I'm like, I want to hatch this.
Like drunkenly squint at it, kind of lean back, adjust my glasses. I'm like, you don't look like hen to me, Gallahan. It's a big egg. What kind of bird laid this thing?
I'm already in the tavern, like looking around.
You know, it wasn't
You're in
a
the tavern, right?
bird. You drunk. It's a dragon egg. And then I realize I've said it too loud, and I'm like, it's a dragon egg.
Yeah, like some random peasants looking at us. I'm like, yes, he said dragon egg. Fuck you, shut up. You want to hatch this thing. See, last time we encountered dragon was very dangerous. I mean, admittedly, this one is much smaller and also still fetus, so not so scary, but... So go sit on it.
I don't think it works like that.
Have you tried?
No. I'm not about to.
Oh, come on, would be funny.
How long have I got to sit on it for?
I don't know, until I'm tired of joke.
Yeah, fuck you, alright? Well, what if it imprints on me? Then it would fight for us, not against us.
Gallahan, I have to tell you, if first thought on having baby is let's make baby in fighting, perhaps you're not suitable for a father yet.
We're talking about a dragon here, right? Not a toddler.
I don't know dragons. Admittedly, don't know human babies very much either, but perhaps you're right. And you think there is some special way for hatching?
There's got to be. There has to be. Someone's got to know what to do with this egg.
There are different kinds of dragons. Your god is not telling you advice for hatching this one?
No.
And why is that, Gallahan?
This isn't the kind of dragon that my god aspires towards.
I see.
One of the black variety.
Well, you are in luck. Black is my favorite color.
It is very slimming on you, I'll give you that.
It's impossible to ask. And I look at the egg again and kind of like scratch my beard. I'm like, So, who is expert on dragon? Keeping hush hush. I think no one in this place.
Definitely not.
And are there others who follow same god as you? Might be angry they find out you are looking to do this thing?
I don't want to find out.
So best keep quiet.
Yeah.
And I look over at your like sheathed sword like leaned up against your chair, and I'm like, what about those three? Maybe they know something that can help us?
You might be right. Maybe they do.
Sounds like a big start. I like to start big. Maybe we get some others together. See if we can find these serpents, or at least someone who can point us in the right direction.
You want to put an ad out? We'll see who shows up.
And I look across the bar and I see Darius and his like crowd of admirers, I'm sure. And I'm like, well, easy start is over there.
Oh, pretty boy. Yeah, we'll get him in. I'll put an ad for one more. We'll see who picks it up.
Yeah.
I like scroll some parchment and I like slam it up on the adventurer's board in the tavern.
Nice. You just like slap it straight over every other advertisement?
Yeah, just like over everything, like wanted posters and stuff.
And
Just
loudly as well.
Like, yeah.
Everyone turns around you.
And I clunk back over to the table.
I've noticed that they're there, but, you know, I have my admirers around me, so I'm trying to be charismatic with them.
Gallahan does like a whistle across the bar to get Darius's attention.
And as he whistles, I turn, and then, like, this lady's face is, like, coming towards me, and I just push her out of the way and walk over. just part the sea and ignore them all.
Pretty boy, we got a job.
Oh, yeah? What is this? Is it still on the table?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What's this? Are we
We are
cooking?
we are making huge omelet. We think we
Yeah.
need your expertise in breakfast foods.
Is there going to be pancakes?
I like squint and like, no pancakes.
Oh, well, okay. I'm down. Omelets are good too. No, but seriously, what's the job?
Is a very special omelet. Omelet with sharp teeth and breathing acid and flying and also killing things for us. Making job easier when we go out to clean up. We're going to see about hatching this thing.
I sort of just like take a drink from my mug and I'm like milling it over in my mind, just trying to. Okay, yeah, I'll go. Sure. Sounds easy enough.
This is Junior, and we're gonna hatch it. But whoever else shows up, it's a need to know. All right, don't tell them. They're just coming along for the ride, and I'll pay them.
And as you're saying that, like some ladies are walking over behind Darius, like following him, and he's like, no, I'll be over there in a second. I'll be business.
Yeah.
Like awkwardly in front of both of you.
Yeah, I probably like loudly. I'm like, shoo, vermin, get out. You're having important talk. Time for a sex later.
Nice.
While
when
this
does
is-
Tilly show up? Yeah.
After going to the statue and seeing what I saw and the kindness that Darius showed me, I am curious as to who this person is, and I have been following from a distance for about since I got back from the statue. So I'm not quite sure what is being discussed. Excuse me, at the table.
Yeah. You came in a little late to the conversation.
But I am watching, and I do intend to follow wherever Darius goes from a distance. So
Cool. All right.
Did I
well,
notice you as you come in though, or are you just like hidden, trying to stay hidden from him?
I'm definitely trying to stay out of your eye shot, not necessarily actively hiding from you, but as somebody would who is tailing somebody, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously you're gonna put yourself out there a little bit because you're having to follow and stuff, but I am trying to stay out of eye shot.
Why don't you
Yeah.
roll a stealth check, Tilly,
Okay.
just to see how effective this is.
Please
All
don't.
right.
Please
And I think we'll go to a break pretty soon here, and then we'll come back with our second hour. So 16
Oh,
is
nice.
pretty decent. Do you want to do a quick perception check?
Me?
Yeah, Darius.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think maybe Darius, you know that Tilly's been following you for a while, and maybe even you know that Tilly is following you right now. So when Gallahan and Gregory are like, yeah, we'll put up an ad for a third, maybe you already kind of know in the back of your mind,
I
like,
plan on cornering
Yeah.
Tilly later to sort of be like, yeah, you're going with us. Like sort of like you owe me now.
Yeah.
He's in my debt and he has to come with us, or she has to come with us.
very nice.
So, but I don't play like I see her for now. I sort of just act like I don't see her.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
I'm none the wiser.
Well, let's take our quick break. We'll go to a 5-minute break and come back here with hour number 2 of week 33 of the West Marches. So don't go anywhere. We'll get this adventure underway.